You all right? We're live, folks. So I see we have a few people in here already, and some who stopped by. So appreciate you leaving a message. So William Brooklyn, hey, keep the chat crew in line. I appreciate you. Cree, I do hope you're able to make it back in. If not, it's always nice to have you in here. I appreciate it. And if not, again, you can go on you can watch us on a replay at any time. So, yep. Also, the hashtag Gleo Gladiator. That is the hashtag on the channel. So, if you could please spam the chat for that. Thank you for posting that, Cree. Jindy, hey, welcome, Jindy. Nice to see you again. Same for you, Kat. Kat, the U.S. Navy vet. Thank you so much for coming back. It's so nice to see you. And Kimmy, I appreciate you coming back. Thank you so much for being here. So let me take this banner down. I am actually wearing my fundraising t-shirt. So I'm super excited. They're in. I've got most of them in hand. So I am super excited that I can actually show you what it looks like. So yeah, super excited. But yeah, so welcome everybody. It's Wednesday. Can't believe it's Wednesday already. Can't believe it's March 19th already. We're just under 2 weeks away from being April already. Just crazy to me. Hey, that Lauren Marie. Thank you so much for reminding everybody about that like button. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. That will definitely help out. So I've got somebody backstage I'm going to bring on board here real quick. All right.
Mr. What's up, buddy?
Hey, nice shirt.
Hey, nice shirt.
Yeah, I like it. Sometime I need to do this at your house. It could be like a true podcast.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Sit outside, have a cigar, and talk to the people. Ah, very nice. Very, very nice.
You'll never guess what I got.
I'm just going to assume it is, it's not an Angel Cuesta. All right, Arturo Fuente. Very nice. Is it a Hemingway?
No, it's the 858 or 898. 898 is what it is.
Okay, very nice. Hey there, Babs. Welcome, and thank you for coming back. We appreciate that. So, everybody, just to introduce, this is Joe Willingham. Goes by Joe Bob in the chat. Yeah, it is a tease to me because I am now approved to be able to have a cigar again. So, Joe knows I'm going to be having one. So. Yes, it'll be nice to do that again. It was. We were at the Lightning Watch party. Yep, that's Joe Bob.
That's me.
Mm-hmm. So Joe Bob and I have been really, really good friends for since middle schoolish?
6th grade.
Yeah, and then into high school, and then our adult years. So yeah, he's one of my biggest supporters, also one of my best friends. So happy to be on here. He's wearing that ugly pirate hat. No, I'm not sorry if there's anybody who enjoys the Pittsburgh Pirates. But this is for his son's Little League baseball team. And they are undefeated this season.
6-0
yes,
so far.
This is his first season as a manager. I mean, Joe's been around baseball since he was a kid. So he's got great knowledge of the game. And So yeah, his team's undefeated, and I told him he needs to retire because he's undefeated as a manager. He's got a 100%
Winning percentage.
winning percentage. Yeah,
Hey, I'm just getting started.
yeah. Nobody says anything about birds flying. Sorry, Lauren Marie. I say die, Eagles, die.
Speaking of birds, you hear about the person that got, it was like chlamydia or something from feeding birds?
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah, that's crazy.
That
I,
is crazy.
I don't get it. People, I just don't know. But yeah. So maybe he can coach the Patriots to win a game. They look at This is what happens when the Eagles actually do
Patriots
something,
are a lost cause.
and they are. They definitely are. mm. So yeah, Kat, that story started spilling out today in the area here, and I was just like, huh? What? How did that happen? People are odd. Oh, man, Lauren Marie, you're killing me today. I'm just, might have to consider being nice again.
Who, you?
Not me. No, no. Yeah, look at that beard squad definitely going here. Dang, Joe, I got a lot of white in my beard now.
Welcome to the party. That was the first thing on me to
Yeah.
go white.
Okay. Nice.
I still got that
Hi,
nice salt and
Maria. Thank you
pepperish up
for.
here for
Yep.
what's left.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I've got a lot left. See, it's just covered by uh, all these electrodes on my head. Hey, Maria. Thank you for coming in again. So nice to see you.
I can't see the chat. How do I got to sign into the YouTube channel to see the chat?
You do. Yeah.
Mm,
Sorry. Should have told you that ahead of time.
unbelievable.
Mm. All right. So tonight is going to be night 3 of taking my chemo pills. Man, Lauren Marie. I thought I was actually liked in this on my channel, but man, I'm getting digs left and right from Lauren Marie today. Being a Patriots fan will definitely make you gray. Man, I'm getting digs left and right from Lauren Marie today. Being a Patriots fan will definitely make you gray. Man, I'm getting
Hang on, let me. That's me. Hang on a sec.
Yep.
Hang on, let me. That's me. Hang on a sec.
Yep. There you go. Yep. You're good now. So yeah, today was a good day, but tonight will be the third night. Hey Muggsy, thanks for coming back. Nice to see you. Thanks, Gimme. Joe wanted everybody to hear me twice, so I was on echo. um, but yep, tonight is the third night of this round of chemo pills. So tonight, tomorrow, and Friday, then I'm done with cycle 5. Only 6 total cycles. So yeah, it's going well. I haven't had any side effects from it this time, and just
So
gonna.
is that just for 1 month, or is it how often you got to do the chemo?
Yep, it's per month, so it's a 28-day cycle. 5 days on, 23 days off. So my next cycle will start mid to late April, and I'll be done with all the chemos.
Oh, so after April you won't have any more chemos?
No more chemos.
No.
Nope.
You'll just keep doing the
infusions
and the electrode.
Yep. So gonna do the Optune, and I'll also have the immunotherapy, which is the Keytruda. and regular MRIs. As long as nothing changes on the MRIs, then that's the path we take. What is in your cup tonight, sir? I saw you raising a glass.
Ginger ale.
Ah, very nice.
No, it's not ginger ale. It is Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig, okay.
Whistle Pig 6-year with a little bit of Cointreau.
Nice,
liqueur.
okay. No
On the
Boss
rock.
Hog?
Yeah. No. It's slightly out of my price range.
That was crazy. Well, very nice. Whistle Pig.
I actually got a bottle of Eagle Rare 10-year for my birthday.
Oh, nice.
But I haven't cracked it yet. I thought about cracking it today, but I figured I'd wait.
You know what, Lauren Marie? They gave me 7, so I'm happy. Well, I guess 6. They gave me 6, so I'm good. Babs, if I wanted to, yes. Actually, no. If I wanted to, no. I still can't. With all of the medicines that I'm on, it interacts. Oh boy, Joe, do you see who's backstage?
No, where does it show that?
I know. Well, it should show under you and I if you're on StreamYard.
I am on StreamYard.
Okay.
It just as you're in the show. The big show.
Okay. Hold on a second. It may just be for me. Check out this loser. Well, I don't know. Lauren Marie is already making fun of me big tonight. I don't know if I can stand this.
Josh, what's up, buddy? Josh, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Joe Bob?
Mr. Waitsman, how are you, sir?
Ooh, I like the brick background.
Yeah, because you're a brick house. And I am on.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know who's not muted on one device.
That's on Josh.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Twice
Okay.
over.
Yep. All right. Yep. That's better. Perfect. So, Josh. Yep, Josh, mute your YouTube.
What's up, man? How many people on the show?
Right now we have 11. But it's going to go up with you here. Test.
Yeah, you're also probably going to lose several as well.
All right, am I still echoing?
Nope. You sure are.
Yep.
Nope. You sure are.
Yep. Yeah, hey Josh, can you go on YouTube?
Or the YouTube
and just hit the mute button on there?
Hit the mute button on there.
Not on StreamYard. You want me to go to YouTube?
Yeah, because it sounds like usually it's because there's 2 shows running.
Okay, so you want me to come back in?
One on StreamYard, one on YouTube. You can stay here, but do you have another YouTube on another tab or something?
Not me.
Okay.
I wonder if it's my YouTube.
Yep, try it, Joe.
Although I do have another show, chubbychasers.com, on my other computer. Does that count? Hey boys, I'll try anything twice. I'm just saying.
I'm still getting the echo. It's not mine because I closed out of my YouTube.
All right, I'm going to close out. I'll see if I can come back in.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries.
And I gotta tell the Bahama Mamas that I'll be back in just a minute. Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, there he goes. Okay.
Yep, he was definitely the problem.
Yeah, he was. Thanks, Lauren Murray. We tried. So yeah, I'm excited to be almost done with chemo. Very exciting, and especially because I've had little to no side effects with it. These first couple nights this round have been just fine. I don't expect that changing at all. You guys look alike. I mean, we're pretty much brothers. I mean, we're that close. Hey, call a friend. Nice to see you.
It's the facial hair.
It is. And the gray or white. Sorry.
You see, that's how mine started, and then it turns into this.
Just friends. Yep, we've been friends since sixth grade and have remained friends. Like I said, he's pretty much my brother from another mother. I call his mom mom number two. So I'm sorry, got
All right,
sick for a
March
second.
Madness, baby.
Ah, Maria, that was pretty crazy, wasn't it? So last night's show that I did on here was about being on a reality TV show. Well, the only reason I was on a reality TV show is because look who's back. So
Guess
far,
who's
no echo.
back again.
So yeah, so I did the.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can't hear anybody. You're like in a silent movie. Damn you, technology!
Yeah. So yes, if you want to, you can anybody can go back and watch the replay of last night's show. That's fine. But if you want to see what I did the show about, you can go on Discovery Plus or you can go on TLC Go and look for a show called My Crazy Obsession, Season 2, Episode 1. Myself, my mom, and my dad were in this episode, all because of my mom. But I talked all about last night about how the episode was, and even though we didn't see a script, they still guided you for how things were going to be and things like that. So, you know, I didn't have to learn any lines. I didn't have to do any of that. But I couldn't speak freely either. They guided me towards things they thought I should say. But yes, if you ever need a good laugh, and my mom is the sweetest, kindest lady ever. It's where did Josh go? That bum. It was a fun episode for her to do. So yeah, it was great. Hi, Katrina. Joe, Katrina's
Hi,
here.
Katrina.
And her daughter.
What's up, little miss? How you feeling?
Yeah. Hello, and Isabella, my amazing, adorable little niece. Uncle Patrick loves you. I am so happy you're here. And Mom's listening. I can't wait to see you again. Look, my head is looking good. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Joe, Katrina says hi.
I know. I see that. I finally got
Yes.
it worked out that I don't have the feedback and I can actually see the chat.
Very good. Excellent. So yeah. Today was. How was your day today, Joe? Mine was actually a really good day.
It was good. It was busy. Only had work, with the brat on spring break and
Yep.
enjoying visiting the rat. I mean the mouse.
Yeah. I'm not going to say I'm jealous, but I got to understand how this works out. The missus and the son take off to Disney and stick you with working. Now, knowing you, you're probably rather be working than going to see the rat.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am okay with it.
It's good old spring break.
But I'm happy for them. You know, they got the annual passes.
Mhm.
So their baseball weekends off, I'm sure, will be filled with trips to visit the rodent.
I forgot that he has his pass, and oh yeah, they're going to be out there a lot. They're going to be just like the brother-in-law and sister. Well, yeah, brother-in-law, sister-in-law.
Yep, they will, I'm sure, be accompanying them, I'm sure, at some point.
Yep. Well, William Brooklyn, Joe William Brooklyn in the chat wants Joe to give the dirt. Was I a troublemaker in school?
Absolutely not. No, he was not a troublemaker. You know,
No.
for being an only child, you would think he would have been, but he wasn't. He actually kept me out of trouble more times than me keeping him out of trouble.
Oh, well, thank you, Katrina and Isabella. I love it. You guys are so amazing. Thank you. One of these days, I'll have Katrina on here with me. Maybe if she does, if she wants to do it.
Of course, she'll do it. I have no doubt.
Yep. So yeah. See, William Brooklyn, I was a pretty good kid. I mean, except for, you know, what was it? Not soft. Was it sophomore year or junior year? We would leave school and
Junior year.
junior year. Okay, so yeah, would
Oh,
leave
he's
school,
back.
go. Oh yeah, go
Okay,
to
see
a
if this
friend's
works now.
house and have some cigars.
How about right now? Can you guys hear me okay? Am I echoing?
Absolutely. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, good.
You know, it's a good thing. You are much better as a cruise vacation planner than you are streamer. Sarah, what is up?
Patrick, now you hurt my feelings.
All right, Katrina, you would be down for doing this. I love it. So, since we've had a lot of people talking about going on cruises and wanting to do cruises, I've had Josh on before. Back when this was a cruise-only channel, Josh and I did a whole 45 minutes to an hour. Aw, Isabella, thank you
No,
for that.
I'm not a Pats fan. No, I am not. I'm
He is not
He's
a
even
Pats
worse.
fan. He's one of those dummies from Chicago.
I'm a Bear fan stuck in South Florida, about 20 minutes from where the Dolphins play.
Oh, thanks, Kat. Kat's driving. Can't see the chat, but wanted to help with viewing hours. Yep. We're in the 400s now, on our way to 3,000. That'd be cool. But yeah, so Josh, Maria and her crochet channel have not taken a cruise. She's never taken a cruise, and I think she'd enjoy it. She's your neck of the woods, to say the least. She's South Florida.
Well, everyone down here in South Florida crochets. Okay, it's I'm an avid crocheter. Between my other times of sewing.
Maria, be careful. He would want you to crochet him a thong.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if you have enough material, but yeah, I'm game.
Oh, she'll tell you all about the boxes of yarn she has.
Oh, good. So yeah, if you can make a quilt, you can make me a G-string.
But if he asks you for an elephant trunk, don't take it.
Little TMI. Yeah, little TMI.
Good night, Katrina. Thank you. And good night, Isabella. Love you.
Good night, Katrina. Oh yeah, you Patrick, you missed Sarah's comment. Go Bucks. Yes, go Bucks.
Okay. All right, Sarah. Go Bucks. Absolutely.
See, we do
I
have
can
some
definitely get
same
behind
people
that.
in here.
Yep. Last time I went on a cruise, it was Nassau. I got Katrina's daughter, my little niece, as I call her. I got her a Moana purse, made out of straw, good old Bahamian straw. So, you know, it's so cool to be able to buy all this stuff on the islands. But yeah, Josh, there are some people in here who have talked about going on cruises. So I try to put you out there as much as I can because Josh truly is the best vacation planner. I've used Josh. Joe has used Josh before. And even Joe's brother-in-law and a bunch of friends used him earlier. Well, yeah, that was back in January for a bachelor cruise.
Yep, back in January.
And my wife uses me every day.
So yeah. If anybody ever needs Josh's info, please let me know. He's actually going to be coming to Tampa. What is it? The 10th and 11th of April?
Yeah, my cruise actually is going to be leaving on the 12th. So that's,
okay.
I believe, Saturday the 12th. So I'm going to be driving up there on Friday. And if anybody's local into Tampa and you guys know the hot spots, I got a night out on the town.
Oh.
So Josh, I told Patrick that he's got to take us to a Council Oak here in Tampa so we can, compare the two.
Game on, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Joe, do we send him to Ybor or to Dale Mabry?
So Ybor's wonderful during the day.
During the day, not at night.
Don't go at night. But during the day.
Hi, William Brooklyn 3.0. Nice to meet you too, bud.
Yep, this is Josh, William Brooklyn. Yep.
He said he'll be in town 11th and 12th?
I leave on the 12th. I'm driving up probably Friday morning.
Yeah, he'll be here the 10th and 11th, I think. What cruise are you going on, Josh? Carnival?
Royal Caribbean.
Carnival Legend?
No.
Legend going down to the Panama Canal.
Oh,
yeah, okay. And which one is that? Is that the Legend right now?
Yeah, it's on the Legend.
Nice. I love the Legend. I was on that.
My father's actually coming down from Chicago. He's doing a back-to-back. He's trying to get the platinum.
If the Lightning are playing, take him to a Lightning game. He can see some real hockey.
He doesn't care about hockey. Yeah,
I do.
Bring Patrick a big dish of yucca.
Never. Nope.
Where do I get yucca? Where's the best yucca?
Nowhere. There's no such thing as best yucca.
Probably the Columbia.
We go to.
Yeah, I would assume they would have it.
Yeah, we're going through the Panama Canal, Limon, Costa Rica, Grand Cayman. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, that's a great cruise.
I can't wait. I'm going on probably the best tour I ever did. 14 years I was at sea. 14 years, 2,000 cruises, 21 ships all over the world. And my favorite tour I ever did was whitewater rafting on the Reventazon River down the heart of the rainforest in the middle of Costa Rica. So I'm going.
Very nice.
Dad's not interested. He's going to stay on board and eat guys' burgers and everything. But I'm going to go out and go whitewater rafting again. So,
So, yeah, the reason Josh has been on so many cruises is because, and this is how I met Josh. He was a cruise director. When I was on, which one did I go on? The Dream, I think it was.
The Dream. So
yeah.
Fun fact, my first cruise with you, Patrick, was with Josh as the cruise director.
And you still like cruising. That's amazing.
What ship was that on?
The Dream, I believe.
Was it the Dream?
Probably 2010.
Yeah, it was 2010. It was right after it came out because it came out in 2009. First cruise director was a guy named Todd Whitmer, who now moved out to California and is doing his own thing. And I took over for Todd before a guy named Butch Begovich, who was the least butchy person that I ever met in my life. But his nickname was Butch Begovich.
Butch weighed about 80 pounds wet.
If that. Yeah, he weighs as much as my leg from my knee down.
Yeah. So yeah, Josh has been on cruise ships forever, and then he actually met his wife on a cruise ship, um, and she was one of the dancers on the cruise, the entertainment staff. So they got married. I almost wrecked it because it was at Disney. One of the weekends I was at Disney, but I didn't. I figured I wouldn't do that to him. He's a good guy. But
it'd be kind of fun if you crashed the wedding at the Swan and Dolphin.
that would have been a blast. Yep, I saw the setup and everything. I mean, I could have watched it from my room.
I wouldn't be shocked though. It was open bar, so if I saw you, oh my gosh! Oh wait, there's a shocker.
All right, it cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
No, I said there's a shocker. He crashed my party with an open bar.
Not me.
See,
Joe,
if I was there, it definitely would have been crashed.
It's all good.
Well, Joe and I are disappointed because at the Disney Boardwalk, there was Jelly Rolls.
Jelly Rolls.
And Jelly Rolls was doing piano place. And that place means so much to me, and they're closing it. And I'm so disappointed because we've had there. And they especially love doing like 80s music and all kinds of stuff, but still, it was a great place to go. And Alabama Slammer, Joe.
One of my favorite dueling piano bars for sure.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. I ate the popcorn. Joe had the Alabama Slammer.
Yeah, the 32 ounces. Well, I think I had 4 of them.
You did. You had a gallon. Just to say, I was making sure he could walk back to the room.
Or crawl, whatever.
Yep. But yeah. So like I said, so Josh got married, and then him and his wife had a child. It was the coolest thing. Her name is Morgan. She's the sweetest, cutest thing ever. And he did something very respectable. He left being a cruise director because he was always out at sea to come work shoreside to be with his family, especially his daughter that had just been born. So, I always respect that of him, but he has so much knowledge. Even though new ships have come out since, he still knows those ships like the back of his hand. And once a year, and hopefully you see his name is Josh Big Sexy. That was all the cruise directors have a nickname. I cruised with a donkey one time, and he is a donkey. I mean, he'll tell you, he goes, yeah, I look like a donkey. I get it. But his name is Chris. He was great. He was wonderful. He's a fleet director now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in charge of the cruise directors now. He's like a fleet entertainment director. But yeah, you got to watch out if he's on your ship. You trip over his teeth.
Yeah, you could. He is. He's
a good guy.
He really is.
I promoted him way back when. He's killing it. He's doing great.
Yeah, he's awesome. Josh, did you ever have a stowaway?
Nah, it's really hard because the security is just so intense on there. I mean, the only way to ever do it is if, and I'm filling you guys in here, but don't tell anybody, but they don't check Lifeboat 42. So if you get on for one cruise and you had too much fun and you want to stay on another one, Lifeboat 42. But and it's really hard to do the stowaway thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know this isn't an interview of you, but I'm going to ask you.
Oh, jeez.
What is the craziest thing that ever happened on a cruise ship that you witnessed?
Dude, I mean, I got to say, one of these days when I retire from Carnival, next month is 22 years for me. Next year, 22 years with Carnival Cruise Line. I have so many stories and circumstances, situations, insane stuff. I'm going to write a book one of these days.
Yeah.
And in fact, I now owe you guys royalties because it was your idea. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to be a gazillionaire, and some of the stuff that I've ever
Okay.
what I
Well, I'll
witnessed.
take it.
Yeah.
But one
great.
of the things. Okay, I'm back. One of the things that happened that I would consider the craziest thing to ever happen on a cruise ship happened with Joe and I.
Man
While
overboard.
we were, yeah, we planned our trip and we took our trip. We had transportation set up to be at the port when we got back because we were flying back to Tampa, not flying, but driving fast back to Tampa to get to his son's baseball game.
Yep.
Well, 1 o'clock in the morning, this never happens unless it's something serious. We get a ding ding in our room. I mean, it was a loud ping. And of course, they apologized for waking everybody up, but there was just a man overboard, and they wanted to let us know what they would be doing, and the Coast Guard was going to be meeting them. Just the whole protocol. So we're like, what? And then they said, yeah, there's going to be probably a 4-hour delay getting back into port.
And it
And
was.
it was awful. And but I felt bad for the family of the person who, nope, Babs, when you see these news stories that say that someone fell off a cruise ship.
You can't fall off a ship. You have to want to go over. Yeah.
It is impossible to fall off a cruise ship. Even drunk, the glass walls are so high that it's impossible. Somebody either has to toss you off, and even then that's going to be a struggle because the walls are so high. But normally not normally, it's most of the time because somebody decided to jump off the cruise ship. So that I hate when the media says somebody, it gives cruise lines a bad name. Cruise line did nothing wrong. Somebody decided to take life into their own hands.
People that go overboard want to go overboard. It's plain and simple.
Yep.
Or do something really stupid to warrant them going overboard. That's too bad. But I mean, I have other stories. This is the stuff that people ask me all the time. Probably one of my favorite stories, if you're asking for any crazy stories. It's not funny, but it's probably the most intense, serious thing that I ever encountered. And I'll give you a Cliff Notes version. I remember we were doing a run out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, down to Barbados, across to Aruba, and then back up into San Juan. So they did a big round in the Southern Caribbean. And I remember it was at night after we sailed from Barbados. And at like 10:30 at night, somebody saw the reflection patches on a life jacket out in the water. And there was like an officer walking by, and they grabbed him and said, "Oh my God, look, there's people down in the water." They stopped the ship. They put down survival craft, and they brought on 2 kids, ages 9 and 11.
Wow.
That were in the middle of the Caribbean, hundreds of miles from any piece of land anywhere. If the ship wouldn't have found them, everyone. And apparently what happened, again, short version is they basically were saying, they couldn't understand because they were from one of the islands down there, Barbados, Curacao, something like that. But anyway, their family had gone fishing, and this boat had capsized. A small fishing boat had capsized. They were with their parents and their uncle, and they only had 2 life jackets, and they gave them to the kids. And the kids were grabbing onto each other. The boat actually sank. Something happened. I don't know the whole story on it. And they were just floating in the middle of the ocean.
Yep.
They got separated. So the parents and the uncle were somewhere, and then the kids were somewhere. They sent down all the survival craft, and they sent them out in different directions looking for them. And they found these parents and this uncle that were literally holding onto each other, had been treading waters for 10 hours. 10 hours in shark-infested waters in the middle of nowhere in pitch black at midnight. And they ended up bringing them on board. They actually they rescued this whole family. And I'll never forget it because they brought them on a bridge. We got back into Puerto Rico. There was news reporters waiting there. And it's like, oh my God, I mean, these people would have been gone. I mean, you can't survive it, but I'll never forget it. I remember the kids, and I was like, there's better ways to get a free cruise.
Yeah,
But,
call Josh.
Yeah. I mean, the dad was in the hairy chess competition the next day, and they were at the shows. And, no, that didn't actually happen, but anyway, it would have been fun. Can't believe it.
Wow.
Save the family.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, people do and try all kinds of crazy stuff. Joe and I had a, Josh, what's that balcony? A cove balcony where you're right by the water.
Were you and Joe cuddling on a cove? Aw. Love
Nope.
bird.
But we thought about bringing our fishing poles because the water's literally right there. Screaming fish on in the middle of the night.
Too funny, man.
Has anybody ever actually taken a fishing pole on a cruise ship?
No, it's prohibited, obviously. But there was a
So
YouTube
that means,
video.
yes, somebody tried if they had to add it to the
A
prohibited list.
couple of years back, there was actually a YouTube video that went viral. Some dude brought one of those poles that can actually attach, and you have to put them together like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Literally caught a fish in Grand Turk while the ship was docked, threw the reel over, and there's video of the fish like banging on the sides of each story of the last balcony.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
And then and it was crazy. A guy caught a fish. They banned him for life. To answer Lauren's question, yes, there are medical evacuation situations all the time. So they actually contact the Coast Guard or the closest land, and they do. They have a spot. Every ship's got a spot either at the back or up at the very top where they can actually land. And they don't actually land on the ship. What they do is they kind of come over the back and they lower a ladder down with somebody, and they bring them on a what do you call it? Like one of those big stretcher type things.
Basket.
Yeah, the baskets. They load people in baskets, bring it up, and they can rush them to a hospital. So there are emergency situations. Now, by the way, if you go on some of these longer cruises, you get a lot of retired people. And when you have a more elderly crowd, it will happen from time to time that people will pass away. Every ship is equipped with a morgue. So not to get like super all weird, but people ask me that all the time too.
And then I had an experience one time where we were just off the coast of Miami, and they said that there's a medical emergency, and we were actually going to pull right into the port and drop somebody off. So they had the ambulance waiting for them. The medical teams on cruise lines are amazing. And let me use this to upsell for a second. Always get the cruise vacation protection or cruise insurance. I was a strong believer of not having it until I had a really bad toothache on a cruise ship. It was miserable, and I had to go to the medical area multiple times. Needless to say, I paid for another cruise because I didn't have the protection. If I had the protection, I could go down to the medical facility all day, every day, just to say hi if I wanted.
Yep.
But yeah, it was like $40 to $60 every time I had to go. And then if they dispensed medicine, I had to pay for medicine. So it was pretty crazy. So I always recommended for the $40 to $100 extra. Yeah, it's worth it for the $40 to $100 per person. And it also includes things. So Lauren Marie, since you mentioned about the helicopter evacuation, those are not cheap. And it covers, what is it, up to 30,000?
Yep.
Or up to, covers
Correct.
up to 30,000 for a medevac. So
correct, Lauren. To answer your question, you have the insurance. It covers medical, usually up to $10,000 in medical expenses and $30,000 for a medical evacuation. So, yeah.
And it also covers, let's say something happened on the way to the cruise port that caused you to miss the cruise. A family member got sick. There was a delay in the airline. They they will reimburse amounts of money for stuff like that. But if you don't have the protection, you're kind of out of luck. Nice. Nice, Party Rock. Princess. I've never, Josh, I know it's one of the Carnival lines, but I've never been on Princess.
I cruised them once when I was a lot younger before I got the job with Carnival. It is what I tell people all the time, you know. There's no bad cruise lines. Just everybody does things differently.
Different.
You know, just everybody does things differently. You know, some cruise lines will include certain things, but then they jack the prices of the cruise way up. You know, some cruise lines, you know, like I know.
Well,
I think Norwegian is like one of those where they include like a Wi-Fi plan and an excursion and a drink package, right? Well, a Wi-Fi plan is, you know, $15 a day. You know, an excursion's $50, and a drink package is about $500. So, you know, they're giving you about $600-700 worth of perks, but they're going to charge you $1,500 more.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, it's you know, the Carnival tries to keep the prices down on it because, you know, it's all a la carte. You know, they don't know what you're going to do. You know, some people drink, some people don't. Some people will do tours, some people won't. You know, so it's based on, you know, they'd rather give you a break on the cruise price and let you do it on your own.
Yep. Lauren Marie asked, and Josh, I'm going to answer this. If I'm wrong, just tell me I was wrong.
You're wrong.
She says, will they refuse you medical if you don't have insurance and no money with you? The answer to that is no. They're not going to refuse you medical.
They will still take care of you, but you just might have to kind of set up some sort of a payment plan afterwards or anything.
You'll get billed.
Correct. What they do is they put it on your onboard account. And you, before you get on the ship, you have to set up an account, and an onboard account with a credit card or a debit card. You could go cash too, and basically it would just get charged to your account. And if it doesn't go through on your card, they could set up stuff afterwards. There's people that do that from time to time. But yeah, I mean, they won't refuse the service. They'll take care of you no matter what.
Yep.
You know?
I will say my favorite thing on a Carnival cruise ship that is not extra is a Guy's Burger. I don't know what it is, but those Guy's Burgers are phenomenal.
Most of the stuff's included. That's the beauty of cruising. If you haven't,
and I disagree. My favorite is Shaq's Big Chicken.
Yeah, but that's not on all the ships.
That's true.
that guy's chicken or that Shaq's chicken is really good.
Good chicken. But yeah, you know, there are so many things. Cat Green, you definitely need to get on one. Especially you and Ed and the family. I think you guys would have an absolute blast. The comedy shows are great. These are all good comedians. Like it's been pretty impressive. Who's the guy we like, Joe? Oh, Happy Cole.
Happy Cole. He's hysterical.
Oh yeah, Happy Cole was great. And then Josh, have you been on there with Miss June or whatever her name is?
Just June? Yeah. So actually, it's a funny story about June. Her and I became really good buds, and when Morgan was born and I retired, she gave her this this little light up doll seahorse thing, and Morgan slept with it for the first several years. Oh yeah.
No, I don't need to know.
She's right next to me, by the way. But June's awesome. If you ever seen Coming to America, June was in that scene where Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall are in the bar trying to find his future queen, and she's the one she lit the and held up her hand and says, "I was Joan of Arc in the former life."
Okay.
That was June.
That's awesome. Yeah, she's incredible and absolutely hilarious. She is from Brooklyn, New York. She's got the accent and she's got the attitude and is hilarious. So I did see a few people come in. So for those of you who have come in, I appreciate you coming in and being here. Party Rock, it's good to see you again. All right.
Yeah, Party Rock. I see your message about adding Disney needs to add casinos. I tell you, I went on a Disney cruise in I am not a Disney fan by any stretch. I loved the Disney cruise. No offense, Josh. The way they set up the meals in the restaurants is really unique and really is a different, nice little different spin on cruising. But it's a great experience.
I've been on pretty much every cruise line before I got the job with Carnival. I always had the best time on Carnival. And again, I say it all the time. There's no bad cruise lines. Disney is brilliant at what they do. I mean, I love Disney. I love Mickey. My thing is I get deals. I get such good deals with Carnival, obviously being a Carnival employee, and I live 3.5 hour drive from Orlando. It doesn't make sense for me to spend 4 times, 5 times more on a cruise when I work for Carnival,
I went. So we did the Disney cruise, a New Year's cruise.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 days. I could have probably bought like 4 weeks worth of Carnival cruises for that one Disney cruise. But it was definitely once in a lifetime opportunity that we did, and it was wonderful, but never again because it was so expensive.
That's it. And actually, there was a comment on there going back to the medevacs.
Yeah.
She said $25,000 for the helicopter. Said her her husband got into an accident on the first day of the cruise and needed to be flown back to a trauma center in Miami.
Oh, wow.
Stuff like that happens all. $25,000 per helicopter. That's why they cover up to $30,000 for a medical evacuation. Always get the insurance, whether it's the one with Carnival or there's a bunch of other really good companies out there on your own. Get it. I've seen way too much crazy stuff happen. I never travel without them.
Good advice.
Well,
Party rock.
let's talk about somebody in the cruise industry. For you social media followers, you may or may not have heard of her. Her name is Captain Kate McHugh. And Captain Kate McHugh had, and rest in peace, Bug. She lost him not long ago. But she had one of them hairless cats that just looks like a ball sack. It was, it's sad that she lost him, but that was the most famous cat on TikTok, or not TikTok. I'm sorry, Instagram.
I can't help but think back to Austin Powers with Dr. Evil.
That was exactly what it. Yeah. Yep. And so the cat lived on board with her, and she was the first female captain for the Royal Caribbean company she worked for, which was Celebrity Cruise Lines. And it was weird. She was very popular. And she all of a sudden announced a week or two ago that she was resigning effective immediately from Royal Caribbean's company. I was like, oh, okay. So she finally announced yesterday what she's doing. And let me just say it's crazy. Good for her. She's going to make a gazillion dollars, but it's a small group of people who can afford these cruises. She is taking a job with a brand new cruise line called the Four Seasons Cruises, or yachts. I'm sorry, it's not cruises. These are not cruises.
It's like
They are
Seaboard. Yeah.
Yep. And so think about it. Four Seasons hotels aren't cheap. So the cruises start at what did I see yesterday? $19,900 a cabin.
Ooh, a new car.
And that's So you're basically paying 20 grand for 2 people. And the funny thing is, breakfast is included, but you will pay for lunch and dinner. I mean, it was crazy. So it's for a small niche group. Josh, I believe these are the people who have retired with multiple mortgages and things like that. That's probably who the clientele is going to be. But yeah, they go to some amazing destinations. Holy crap.
Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, that's pretty much
with their nose up in the air is who's going to be on that ship.
Hey, Josh, I got a question for you. For all the different cruise destinations you've been on, what is your favorite?
Oh man, that's hard. That's really hard because so the Caribbean and Bahamas, you kind of group them together because you've been to one port,
Been
been
to
to a lot of them. There are some places like I like to kind of section it off because nothing compares to Europe, right? The history, it's incredible, right? You can't compare going to say Venice or Livorno, Italy, Tuscany, Italy, or Barcelona, or Greece, Turkey. I mean, you can't compare those to going to somewhere in the Bahamas. It's just not fair. Right? So, I mean, I could tell you Caribbean, Bahamas, like what's the best? Party Rock. Yeah, Tortola is beautiful. Always love Tortola. For me, if it's in the Caribbean, my favorites are either Southern Caribbean, probably Aruba, or Eastern Caribbean. I always loved St. Martin because you've got the, it's the smallest landmass in the world separated by two countries. You go to the other side, you dock on the Dutch side in Philipsburg, but you can go over to Marigot, which is the capital of the French side, over on the other side of St. Martin. It feels like you're in Europe. I mean, it's got a different feel. It's a different flavor, right? You go down to Aruba. Yeah.
I talked about Marigot the other night because I just love the fact that I can get authentic French fresh baguettes being cooked, fresh pastries, the croissants, the cream puffs. It's nuts.
Yeah. It's not a good place to go for a diet. If you're trying to lose a little weight, it's not the right place. Bermuda, Bab says, I love Bermuda. Bermuda's great. Bermuda reminds me of a lot of the Caribbean ports. Tortola, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, Barbados. It's a British colony, so it's got that kind of same. It's really nice. It's kind of upscale, right? It's got great beaches, resorts, catamaran, sailing, snorkeling type tours. Bermuda's a little bit different. I do love that, but you can't go wrong on any of that.
Bermuda was definitely my favorite cruise. We did. I think it was 8 nights total. Did an overnight in Bermuda. Patrick was with us. It was me, my wife, my son, and my parents were with us, and it was an awesome cruise. One for the ages.
Yep, a good lasting memory there, Joe. That was a great cruise.
We dominated the trivia nights as a collective as a team.
Yeah, especially the what did Deanna? Oh, the Golden Girls between your mom and Deanna, man. Wow. Yeah, it was pretty fun. But I agree with Aruba. I mean, I agree with everybody's what you're saying as far as your islands. Next cruise is Canada and Prince Edward Island. Nice.
I would love to do that, and I love
Halifax.
To do Alaska.
Yeah, Halifax is a pretty awesome port if you love history, and there's a million stuff to do there. We used to go to St. John all the time, reversing Falls Rapids and the highest tides in the world. I mean, some cool stuff out that way. But I mean, I did some amazing itineraries. It's just everything's so different. Alaska is incredible. But you can't compare Alaska to doing a cruise out to Hawaii. Yep. I was out of Sydney, Australia for a year and a half. I was lucky enough to go to New Zealand.
Yep. Josh is on it every year, right out of Tampa. Why do you think he's coming to Tampa?
Petty dragon fruit. That's great.
Yeah. So
I think it was nude cruises. I'm going, what are you laughing at?
So it was either last year or the year before, but I found out I was on the sailing right after the nude cruise. And I'm like, this is going to be the cleanest the ship's ever been on the inside. So
it's
people
called
were
Bare
freaking
Necessities.
out.
Yeah, it's called Bare Necessities. And there was times where I was cruise director and I was scheduled on there. And for some reason, they always happened to transfer me the week before. No, somebody didn't trust me in the office, and I'm kind of glad because I'd have to wash my socks.
Yep. Yes. Let's see.
There are beaches on St. Martin.
Orient, right?
Yeah, Orient Beach. Yeah, French side. But it's not exciting for anybody who's on there. Go, ooh, nude beaches. I'm going to St. Martin. I can't wait. No, you don't trust me. It's all retired French people. It's not like a Playboy beach by any means. It's not exciting at all. It's all retired dudes, right? Literally straight from France. All you see, by the way, is like nipple drag marks in the sand. That's it. Right? And that's just the guys.
Oh, you're crazy. It is shocking when you turn the corner with your kids. Yeah, I can see that.
Dear Lord, what is that thing?
Yeah. So yeah, cruising has so many opportunities. I was supposed to do a cruise, but then because of work, I wasn't able to get there. It was leaving from Baltimore. It was going across the pond, 2 stops in
Greenland, right?
Greenland. Yep, 2 in Greenland. Then it started coming back, 2 in Newfoundland, 2 in Nova Scotia, and then back to Baltimore.
Cape Kortok.
Yes, Corkertot.
Cape Kortok. How the
That
hell
would
do
be
you get
fun.
from hairless cats to nude beaches?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. I told you when we talked earlier. I have no script for a show tonight, so we'll just have a good time, and you never know what people are going to turn it into. And we've got a great group here.
Lauren Marie, I would love to see the Northern Lights on a cruise ship.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Absolutely would be awesome.
Well, we did see something interesting on a cruise ship one time. I was in the cabin getting something or doing something. Shut up, Josh. And Joe was out on the balcony. He goes, "Hey, come look at this." And so I go outside. And he's like, "Look up at the sky. This thing keeps shooting something down, and it's like scanning the water." And it sure was. I'm looking, and I'm like, "Whoa, what the heck is that?" And it shot a green laser down, scan the water, and then it would go up. Then a few seconds later, down and scan the water. Like, what the heck is that? So that's before the whole New Jersey drone thing went popular. I mean, this was 2 years ago. So we still don't know what it was. It was very quiet, whatever it was, but it sure scanned the water with that green laser.
With that green
Quite
laser,
often.
yeah, that was wild.
It was wild.
Did I tell you the time when, speaking of people overboard going back, where somebody decided they had a blow-up doll of some sorts and it ended up in the water, and they didn't know if it was a real person or not, so they had to stop the ship and turn around, and it delayed us into port the next day about 3 hours.
Oh.
But y'all
Coast Guard
rescued it
came
though,
on and
right?
say, guys, we found the body. It's not of human form.
Yeah, sorry. Captain, control your girlfriend.
Definitely a floater.
Oh, man. That is crazy. Oh, yeah. Lauren Marie, always her fault. I mean, that's typical for any Philly fan. So, yeah. So, Joe, Lauren Marie said we can shave our beards and make wigs for the hairless cats. Yeah, Penny Dragon Fruit. Yeah. Maria definitely is a influencer. So, yeah, Maria, your fault.
Crochet a ball warmer.
Oh, goodness. Well, this has been great tonight. I need nights like this where we're not talking about cancer on here, and I'm grateful for Joe and Josh coming on. It's always, luckily I didn't get made fun of a ton. So, that usually happens when Joe and Josh get together. It's Bash Patrick.
Take it back. Take it back.
But no,
I love you, man. If I was over there, we'd be cuddling right now.
Yeah, I know. Just it's your Make-A-Wish.
When are you gonna let me? When are you gonna let me be the back spoon though? How come I always have to be the front spoon? It's not fair. Actually, hold on. I take that back too.
Does Henry know about you?
I don't know. Probably not. All I gotta say is we wouldn't be able to spoon, dude. With the size of us, we would ladle.
Oh. Well, it was hilarious because Josh and I were talking the other day, and he invited me to go on, potentially go on a cruise with him. And I said, yeah, we can get one of those rooms with the bunk. I've lost 60, 80 pounds. I'm down to 220. So you don't have to worry about me falling through the bunk. And he's like, well, if you did, we might have some stories to tell. I'm like, gosh, you kill me. So, yep.
Screw that. I'm going to put you on the balcony.
But yeah, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Josh, for coming up and having
Absolutely,
some
it was
laughs.
Thanks for
I'm
having
looking
me.
forward. Yeah, of course. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm a huge college basketball fan, and the college basketball tournament starts tomorrow. The real games, I don't count these first four games that
Playing games.
started the other night. But yeah, the real games start tomorrow. Me and a bunch of friends have always had a tradition of going to a local sports bar here in Tampa. They've got like TVs everywhere and big screens everywhere, and so we won't miss any bit of any game. They show it all. So tomorrow I'll probably be there till about 6 because Duke plays the 3:45 game. But I'm excited for tomorrow and then Friday as well.
Well, I'm going to try and hop over there after work tomorrow and stop in to catch the tail end of that.
If not, Friday's the big day for you, right? Because of the
yes,
gates?
sir. Go Gators.
Boo.
Guys, I'm going to run. Thanks for the invite, and it's good to see you again, brother.
Yes, too, yes. Thanks, Josh. Yep. And I'll if anybody ever wants to book a cruise, let me know, and I'll get you Josh's info, and he'll take care of you. I can't stress that enough. He will take care of you.
Everybody. See you guys. Have a good night.
Yep. Thanks, Josh. And thanks, Joe.
Hey,
so
no
yeah,
problem.
so everybody, thank you so much for coming in and joining tonight. I like these non-scripted nights. Well, not that I ever have a script, but I like when I don't have a plan or I don't have a topic that I want to discuss. So, I appreciate you joining in the chat and yucking it up with us. So much fun. And, I'm just appreciative as always that people showed up. An hour and 7 minutes in, we got 12 of you still here. So you put up with our nonsense and hung around. So, I appreciate it. Thanks, Babs. It was great. PP Gate, Petty Dragon Fruit. It was. Thank you. And later to you. And again, nobody said Yuka.
I love Yuka.
Yeah. Ugh.
I need to get a shirt that says I love Yuka on
it. No. And again, if anybody's interested in a support squad shirt, I just need to know what size you wear. I'll let you know how much it costs to ship it to you. Just let me know. Kat, have a great night. Hope you had some good laughs. And so, yeah, everybody have an awesome Wednesday. Tomorrow is Friday Eve. So, yay for that. And I'm just thankful and grateful that everybody showed up tonight. So have a great night, everybody. We will be live again tomorrow. We'll talk then. Good night, everybody. God bless you.
Good night.